Hi everybody, my name is Bob Saunders and today I'm going to talk to you about the difference between AP and LD. What's she talking about, I hear you say. I'm sure many of you know. AP stands for Astral Projection and LD stands for Lucid Dreaming. I notice quite a lot of people seem to get confused with these two terms and mix them up, so I thought I'd try and explain the difference. Okay, now, for those who really know, please excuse me, but there must be people, I know there's people out there who get confused, so this is for you. I've got some notes as usual. Now then, I'm going to repeat once again that I'm constantly giving warnings about doing astral projection, AP, because it's dangerous. Now, I'm contacted by basically five different sorts of people concerning astral projection and so on. The first one are religious people who think that I will go to hell and burn for all eternity in hell with the gnashing of teeth and so on, okay? I can't do much about those people. The second are those who have actually gone into the etheric realm and have met nasty creatures and contact me asking me to get rid of them for them, which of course I try and do. The third lot are those who have absolutely no knowledge of astral projection, except the odd book that they might have read or the odd video they've seen, but contact me saying that they're experts because they know all about it and so on and so forth. Okay? Then there's another lot that are under the influence of an artificial intelligence machine that's in the etheric and bombarding all those who constantly think about astral projection. They contact me always with the same message. The words vary, but it's always the same message. Astral projection is perfectly safe, it's a wonderful experience, and I'm just scaremongering. Now that is coming from the artificial intelligence machine, and it's weird, I find, that people repeat endlessly in the comments sections of my videos about astral projection. They repeat constantly this same couple of phrases over and over again, and I say to them, if they bothered to read what other people have written, they could have saved the trouble because it's already been done dozens and dozens of times. Anyway, then I get another group, and this is the one that I'm really targeting today, who claim that astral projection is fantastic, they've been doing it for years, and it's changed their lives. Okay, now, I can do astral projection. I was trained to do it. I tend not to do it so much now because if I was to go into the etheric realm, it is very dangerous, and I wouldn't put myself or my guides in danger. I certainly wouldn't go into the etheric realm alone today, but I can do it, so I know what it looks like. And it's not wonderful, and it's not fantastic. All the etheric realm is a copy of planet Earth, but in shades of grey. It's a realm that's attached very close to the planet Earth, but doesn't have the same brightness of our sun. It has some sort of etheric sun that shines on it, I should imagine, but you never see the sun, and it's just shades of grey. You don't see many people there. You don't see many animals there because they're not concentrating on being in their etheric body. So in that etheric sense, they don't exist. They're in their 3D earthly body. So you tend not to see them. You see the odd person that's wandering about and so on, but there's just nothing to see of any value. It's not fantastic. It's not. And I thought, what on earth's going on? Why do people say this? Okay, so I contact these people and I say to them, where do you get this information from? And they finally admit that what they're doing is lucid dreaming, and they think that this is astral projection. Okay, now I know there's people going to watch this video that know that there's a difference between lucid dreaming and astral projection, but apparently there are people that don't know the difference. So this video is aimed at them. Okay, now give me a chance to look at my notes. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Now, when we go to sleep and we dream, all that's happening, we don't go into the etheric realm like some people claim. All that's happening is that our brain is churning round events of the last day or so, trying to make sense of it, and it's actually quite important to our mental health. If people are deprived of sleep and deprived of being able to dream, they actually go gaga. So this dreaming process that we go through is actually very important. But you don't go into the astral realm. It's just your brain churning information about, which transfers into your mind, because the brain is a physical organ, but the mind is a spiritual organ. It's like the spiritual double of your brain, if you like. And then that transfers it to you. Now, the you is the person that looks back at you in a mirror, okay? And this you is called an id, ID. Now, I know some psychologists put a different connotation on the word id, but my guides call the person that looks back in a mirror, they call it the id. You have an id. That's you looking back at you, okay? So you've got a physical brain, you've got a mind, and you've got this id. And the brain churns the stuff around, transfers it into the mind, which transfers it into your id, and you dream. It's as simple as that. Okay? Now, once again, let me make sure I don't want to miss anything, so please bear with me. I'm sorry about this. Right, now, let's have a look at lucid dreaming. What is lucid dreaming? LD. We've discussed a little bit the astral projection thing. Let's look at the lucid dreaming. And once again, it's fairly simple in that you have, as I just mentioned, your brain, you have your mind, and you have your id. That's you, right? Your personality. Well, it's much more than your personality. You also have personality, but you have ultimately this thing called an id. Now, behind all of that, you have your spirit of God, which we call our higher self. Okay? So we've got brain, mind, id, higher self. There's other aspects of it all, but we'll keep it as simple as we can. Now, the higher self is separated, the higher self is separated from your mind by a kind of a imaginary tube. Okay? It doesn't really exist, but let's imagine it as a tube. And one of the reasons that we're here is to allow that higher self to sort of come down the tube and contact with our mind, and then we become more Christ-like in this kind of Christ spirit idea. Anyway, so let's go down that road. But what can happen is that your id, the you that looks back at you in a mirror, that id can go a little bit down this tube and can watch not the brain, but can watch the mind observing a dream. So the brain has a dream, your mind picks up that dream and transfers it into your id. So your id, which is you, the essential you, is watching this dream going on rather as if you're watching a video on TV. Okay, it's the same sort of concept. Now, your id can also interact with the dream, so you can appear to be in two places at once. You can appear to be taking part in the dream whilst watching the dream at the same time. But lucid dreaming is actually you watching your brain and your mind having a dream. And it's no more important than that. Now, it can be important in certain circumstances, because I've occasionally mentioned that in the middle of the night, typically, strangely enough, around about 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, 3:30, there's a special time, there's kind of a portal opens at that time. Anyway, my guides occasionally, when they've got something to say to me and they don't want to say it in the daytime while I'm doing emails and stuff, they will contact me in the middle of the night and they will put a dream into my mind, and I will be watching this dream, and they give me information. And it's easy for the id to retain that information. You know, when you wake up in the morning, quite often you've very quickly forgotten a dream. But if you watch it through lucid dreaming, you tend to hang on to it more easily, because it's gone kind of into, I don't know what other area of consciousness it goes into, but it's easier to hold on to. So that's the way that happens, okay? Now, I basically said, I think, not in a very good way, I've said what I wanted to say. Astral projection is physically transferring your consciousness into one of your auras. Typically, in most untrained people, it will be the etheric aura, and going into the etheric world that is round us, part of planet Earth. And as I said, it's just a grey copy of what you see here. Fairly lifeless, very uninteresting, nothing much happening. And what there is, of course, is the danger of nasty creatures which are in there attaching themselves to you and possessing you, and that happens to quite a lot of people. So that's astral projection. Lucid dreaming is just you watching your brain and having a dream which is transferred into your mind, and then it's transferred into your consciousness, which we call an id. That's what lucid dreaming is. So I hope that you can see the difference. Now, I'm just going to finish off by saying, I've no doubt there's people wanting to ask me if I would teach them to do astral projection, and the answer is, I'm sorry, I won't. It is far too dangerous. Now, with regards to lucid dreaming, I would love to be able to teach you, because it's not dangerous as such. It's just pointless, but it's not dangerous. But I don't know how to teach you, because it came to me naturally as I developed in meditation. And perhaps if you take the trouble to meditate, you too will develop it. I don't know if there's any other techniques for developing lucid dreaming, but I don't know any. It just came naturally to me. So once again, I can't help you. So I'm sorry I've kind of rambled on a little bit, but I wanted to make this video because a lot of people have said, oh, you haven't made a video for a couple of months, and was because it's your fault, because I've been answering countless emails every day, all day long, and I haven't had time to make any videos. So anyway, make what you want of this one. And please, if you enjoyed it or you haven't enjoyed it or you've got any questions, contact me and I'll do my best to answer. Okay? Bye. Thank you.